Alright, Shalom. This is YAHAWAH with the GMS Dallas camp. First off, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. A double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who teach and rule well. And salutations to the Hakim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, keeping his word in truth and sincerity. Man, I just want to go into a quick verse that I read, or make a point on a verse that I just read in Revelation, the 2nd chapter. Okay, because we understand that when YAHAWASHI comes back and establishes his rulership, these other nations are going to be subject and be tributaries. Pretty much we're going to have them as slaves, according to what the scriptures say. You know what I'm saying? Because it does say that we're going to rule them with a rod of iron, man. These nations got to be put in subjection, because they can't really, they don't know how to rule. You know what I'm saying? You see the world today, you see that it's under the influence and power and control of the so-called self-proclaimed white man, which is the Edomite, which is Esau according to the scriptures. All right, you see how he's controlling the world, and you can see the fruits of it, man. You can see that the world is destroyed under the inhabitants thereof. Thus saith the scripture, man. You can see that the air is polluted, the water, there's shit in our food, like literally. Women rule over men. Kids are these little monsters, man, uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? Everything's just messed up under their rulership, man, and that's why we gotta come back in our power. And when I mean by we, I'm talking about the nation of Israel, man. Mostly talking about the elect, okay? Because they're going to be placed in the seat of judgment to rule over these other nations on the planet Earth, to establish a righteous judgment, okay? Now I'm going to read this. This is Revelation 2. I'm going to start at verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. So whoever, talking about the elect, whoever keeps his works, his laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability, and does whatever YAHAWASHI says to do, he's going to give them power over the nations, man. Okay? Verse 27, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father, man. So we're going to rule with a rod of iron, man, over these other nations, man. Like it says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, man. We're going to be ruling over them, man. They're going to be like the scripture saying, man, we're going they're going to be slaves for 1,000 years, and after that, they're going to have their own land, but they're still going to be tributaries under us. And Esau, he's going to just have to serve that harsh slavery, man. Because remember what the scriptures say. Salaki. All right. It says, Revelation 13:9 says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. Yeah, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All right, we in captivity of the so-called self-proclaimed white man right now, man. And then he's gonna have to pay for all the stuff that he's done to us, to the nation of Israel, man. It's just fair. You know what I'm saying? Eye for an eye, man. We went into captivity under him. Now he's going to have to go into captivity under us. But like it says in Isaiah, the 47th chapter, man, he had heavily laid the yoke. You know what I'm saying? Meaning what? Meaning that he pretty much pushed it to the limit. Took it too far. You know what I'm saying? In this captivity. Did all kinds of wickedness. He's going to have to pay for all that. All right? As well as these other nations, man. All right, so let's see. What was I going to get? Isaiah 14. Okay, so this is Isaiah 14:1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the strangers is talking about them Israelite foreigners, okay? The Most High is going to show mercy on Jacob at the end of the day. He's still going to choose Israel, man. All right? Over all these other nations. Verse 2, and it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, man. And we gonna rule over these motherfuckers, man. Excuse my language. We're gonna rule over these Edomites, okay? We ruling over them, man. We went through that harsh captivity, all right? The southern tribe with the transatlantic slave trade, as well as what Gad, the so-called Native Americans went through, as well as the Aztecas, which is the Ishikar, all right, and many other things, man. Those are just a few examples of the harsh slavery that we had to go through, and the atrocities that we had to suffer through because of the so-called self-proclaimed white man. Okay? And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how had the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased, man. So it's going to be a day where we're going to rest from all this, man. We're going to be in rulership, and our people are going to finally be able to enjoy the earth, man, how it was supposed to be enjoyed. And everything's going to be in order. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to have to suffer and go through all these things, man. We ain't going to have to wake up to go to work every day to make a minimum wage, eat food that's defiled, okay? Drink out of water that's got all kinds of chemicals in it, as well as the food. Breathe air that's polluted, toxic, full of pollution. We ain't going to have to deal with all that, okay? Salakia. Yeah, we ain't going to have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to have, everything's going to be set in order, man. And we're going to have these Edomites clean up the mess they made. Okay? Got a couple more scriptures, Lord willing. Okay. This is Psalms chapter 2. Okay, verse 7. I will declare the decree the Lord has said unto me, thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Okay, so the Most High said that he was going to give the heathen for our inheritance, man. He was going to give them to us. We're supposed to be ruling over these people, man. You can clearly see that they are in no position to be leading anybody. You know what I'm saying? Look, like I've been saying, man. All you got to do is look at the condition that the earth is in, man. Look at the people, man. They are destroyed. This is not how things are supposed to be, man. This is not how the earth is supposed to, work, man. We're supposed to go up. We're supposed to just be able to go up to a tree and just pick the fruit and eat of it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the land, man. Well, we can't, man, under these oppressors, man, because they have it set up to where we can't. It's illegal to even collect rainwater. It's illegal to pick fruit or grow an apple tree in your backyard, man. Why? Because they want to have control over everything. Control over us, man. Okay, now let's see. But yeah, I got one more. It says give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. Ecclesiastes 10:7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, so it's telling you, man, that he is seeing servants upon horses. Okay, and princes walking as servants upon the earth, man. And them servants upon horses is talking about Esau. You know what I'm saying? Esau, he's on the horse right now, and he's got us walking as servants next to him. You know what I'm saying? There's a picture you can look up. I think of I believe his name is Theodore Roosevelt. Okay, and he had he was riding on a horse, and he had so-called Native Americans, which is Gad, on one side walking on the walking next to the horse, and then you had Judah, which is so-called Negroes, walking on the other side of the horse on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good symbol of this, man. You've seen the servants walking, and you seen the servants upon the horse, and the princes walking next to the servant, man. Because we supposed to be in that rulership. We supposed to be the ones upon that horse, man. And they supposed to be walking in chains beside us, man, behind us. Okay? That's how the Most High set this up, man. You know? The Most High even said that he hates these other nations, man. That he hates Esau, so-called white man. He said that that he had preferred us over any other nation, man. Look, here. I'm going to get one more. And then that will be it, if I can find it. I believe it's in Psalms. There we go, right there. This is Psalms 147 and 20. It says, he had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise you the Lord. I'm going to read up. Okay. Verse 19, it says, he sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, man. Meaning what? Meaning that he gave the law, statute, commandments, and the promises and everything to Israel. Because remember, if you read Romans 9th chapter, starting at the first verse, it tells you who the covenant and the promises and all that belongs to, man. It belongs to Israel. All right, verse 20. It says, he hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, man. So these things, all these things, man, were for us. The Most High made the earth for our sakes. All right, not for these other nations. These other nations were just here to be as tributaries, man. They ain't meant to be ruling. But of course, we got to remember that because we went off, according to Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, starting at the 15th verse, because we went off from the ways of YAHAWASHI, we were put in this position for being wicked. Okay, that's the only reason these nations are in rulership. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's gonna come a day when Yahawashi gonna come back and establish his rulership on the earth, man, and put things as they should be. Okay. Now, yeah, man, that's all I have. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.